Now I gotta make this story work and all that vomit. Yep, I'm going to. What's up, my fellow scribe? Tim here. Welcome back to the channel. We're taking a little bit of a break from my author failure series. Okay, my failures as an author series. But don't worry, it will be back next week. Camp NaNo's about to start, and while I've never really been a fan of the camp version of NaNoWriMo, it is on the horizon, and it allows me to talk about something I've wanted to talk about for a very long time, that Camp NaNo and Nano in general does kind of encourage, that I don't like. Today's video is all about... Hold on. The vomit draft. A vomit draft is giving yourself permission to write a mediocre first draft. Scribe Media. This is not a vomit draft. It's trying to explain how first drafts are bad in general. So just give yourself permission to do that. This is bad advice in my opinion because when you give yourself permission to write anything bad, it turns out far worse than it ever needed to be. While poorly stated, the intent behind this is good. That intent being, you need to accept you will write a bad first draft. It will need editing to make it good. But now that we know what a vomit draft isn't, let's define what it is. A very rough draft, not much thought given to the full essay, article, story. The purpose is just to finish it, not judging what is being put into it. Urban Dictionary.
I love
the Urban Dictionary one because it says it's a very rough draft. Though I really want to put about
10 billion more varies before rough draft.
To break it down, the vomit draft is writing a draft as quickly as possible with little to no thought, which is the problem. Now that we know what a vomit draft is, I'm going to give you my 3 reasons on why you shouldn't use the vomit draft. Number 1, vomit drafts are overly long. Vomit drafts encourage you to overwrite, and those who use the vomit draft seem to like to use word sprints to help them write quickly. I'll just say this, word sprints focus on words, not the story. This ends up bloating your manuscript with more words than it should have been. All my novels that I've used a vomit draft for have been way too long. The Veil trilogy. Seeing Through the Veil, the first book, was 179,299 words. At the time, I didn't realize it was a vomit draft until I sat down to read through it and edit it. Number 2, vomit drafts are used because editing is where the magic really happens. Everyone loves to talk about how a novel becomes the gem that it will be in editing. So if editing is what makes it good, why not just get through the tough part? Rush the first draft and fix it in editing. Well, that's because vomit drafts are overly long and absolutely filled with, well, vomit. Remember my cold opener? Would you really want to make something out of that?
I thought so.
Are you going to tell me you're going to waste your time sorting through something that's terrible only to find out just how much work you're going to need to do to make it work? If you can, but also find out it's easier just to start over. And no, don't tell me,
well, at least I wrote it.
Number 3, vomit drafts are used to be writers who write, not only plan. You're a writer, not a planner. So write, goddammit. Yeah, I've heard this reasons before. It's the same thing for those who like to world build more than they should or overly edit.
Yeah.
And the idea is this. If you spend all your time planning your story you want to tell, it will never be told. First off, you need to spend as much time planning as you feel needed to write. I've started writing novels long before I should have, only to find out it too late. Hell, that's the whole point of failures 4 and 5, my author failure series. Second, writing a vomit draft is worse than continued planning, especially when the draft is mostly vomit. And I'm not saying you can't write quickly. There are times where you'll get in the zone and you will write a lot of words fast. I'm talking about when you purposely write as fast as you can to get through the process because it's
hard.
Or you think it'll be easier in editing.
Newsflash.
Editing can and will be hard, or harder. And using a vomit draft is a very, very good way to get that latter one. You've reached the end of the video, so why don't you go and smash that like button and subscribe. Is writing for yourself bad writing advice? Click the video to my right, your left to find out. Thanks for watching. Bye.